Hey Pisces, welcome into your reading, my little love buttons. Let's see what's going on for you. Oh, slow and steady is going to win the race. You bet your ass it is, because lately I've been feeling some changes, big heavy duty ones. Things for you have not been the same since March, April, March for a lot of you. All right, because ever since Neptune left your sign, and the reason I bring up planets sometimes is because they influence us, as is up above is below. And I see that whatever changes you recently might have taken, whether it was a divorce, a marriage, a relationship, a career, a change in structure in your business, a friendship, be discerning adults. You're taking that new path, but you're going slow and steady. Some of you are still stuck. Like you got like old baggage or like an old rhythm that's still attached to your new life or your new path is what I'm feeling. What else is going on? What else is going on for Pisces, please? Yeah, I think as you're waiting for something, like waiting on results of some kind, or you're waiting for a person to come back from your past, and I don't know if you're worried about the other shoe dropping or someone haunting you from your past. Some of you, maybe it is an ex you want to return. I don't know, but there was definitely an ending. Right, with death here, and you're waiting for something to come in. Others of you, this could represent simply that you had a job that ended and now you put out resumes, you're waiting for results, and you're just taking it day by day. That's it. You're shooting out feelers, page cups. Others of you, you're texting somebody and you're waiting to see response, and you're just day by day. We'll see more when we clarify that. What's coming in for Pisces, please? What's coming in from Pisces? Okay. No. It didn't make sense at all. Sometimes they just fall. Rarely, but they do. Usually when they fall out, they do. I always read them. They make sense. This time it didn't. What's coming in for Pisces, please? Ace of Swords. So what I'm feeling here, it's not, yes, I could say it's lack of communication, but it's more like the communication itself is on the struggle bus, right? It's hard for somebody to come forward and put all their cards on the table or be forthcoming or be honest. So it's like, and then that's it. The conversation dies because the person doesn't say what they're thinking or feeling. You know how many times we've seen like those cheesy movies where somebody's like in love with another person and they want to say all these things, but then they don't. And then, you know, you as the viewer, you're like, why didn't you say anything? And then the person leaves thinking something else. That's that vibe right there. Because at the bottom of the deck, I'm seeing 3 of Cups, like about reconciliation. And I know that this is time sensitive for you, Pisces, because I feel like you're just going to move along. You're just going to leave. Your intuition's already in overdrive. You should be sensing this. You should be sensing exactly what's coming your way. And never ever did you feel more like you could take that risk in life. Which I feel like you've been getting the signs for a little while that you're going to have a soft landing. Because I feel like I've been talking about this for 1.5 years for you guys. Last year being the year of the snake, shedding that skin. This year being the year of the horse, where we move forward. But before we move forward, we have to burn some bridges. That was January to March. March was like, for you, a mini apocalypse. March, April, May, right around there. This is the new path. And I'm starting to see it. But I think you're starting to see it too. I think you're starting to sense it also. What is the surprise of the week for my Pisces? Seven of Cups and the Nine of Wands in cross. You're confused as to who or what to invest in, whether it's finances, your company structure, your friendship, a relationship, a person. You're not sure. And you have a lot of like boundaries. Well, like 1 minute you're willing to just open up and then you just shut the gate down. You're just like, And it is about networking and socializing, possibly reconciliation for some of you, reconciling with an old friend, an old colleague, a person, something. What is the advice here? High Priestess and Page of Pentacles. Jesus, that's crazy. And the Devil at the bottom of the deck. All right. You know how I was just telling you your intuition's in overdrive, like high gear? Well, that's the High Priestess. And that's in your advice. And Spirit's like, you are the most intuitive inside the whole entire zodiac wheel. Why don't you use it? Page of Pentacles, you have to learn something. Some of you, it's literal. I mean, you literally, some of you need to go back to school. Others of you, it's a life lesson. A chunk of you, you're getting into a new path, a new way. You're meeting new people. There's something here where you literally have to learn something new, especially if it's like systems and things like that. Like, for example, we have all this new technology that's coming our way with AI and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of you are used to some old system. You got to learn this new system. Others of you, it's saying, look, there's somebody here you're not even talking to, but use your intuition and ask yourself why you're not doing that anymore. Because you said everything there is to say. There's either changes or there isn't, and that's your answer. Page of Pentacles, that's your life lesson. Learning from an experience. Others of you means literally go learn something. At the bottom of the deck is the Devil. Understanding obsession, codependency, fear, toxic people, toxic environments, toxic situations, canceling them. Use your intuition. You know. You best believe you know. What is the outcome of the week? Oh my God, I love that card so much. Two of Cups in your outcome. So happy to read that for you guys. Literally. This is you being in love with somebody and they love you back. This is soulmate connection. This is business partners, but it's simpatico. It's like yin and yang. It's like a perfect combination. This is like two best friends that like crack up all day together. That's Two of Cups. All right. You're going to meet somebody brand new. And it will be divine because, and I'm not saying divinely guided by God. No, this is different. I'm saying as in beautiful, as in amazing, as in divine, like fantastic. Because the Two of Cups tells me this is somebody who thinks and feels mutually as you do. It's like the most amazing partner ever. And they're new. And it's going to be cool. And it's going to be something you either will love to do, or this is somebody you will have strong feelings for. If you're single, this is it. This is it. Because there's the Ace of Cups. And here they come on their little horse as a knight in shining armor to say, hello, this is how I feel. These are my dreams. These are my plans. Do they align? And yeah, it looks like that they do. Let's see, look at this. We go from death in the beginning here to Two of Cups. We have to. This is the stuff I was talking about, like January, February, March, and all of last year. Shit that needs to go away. That's no longer suitable for you. That doesn't align with your future. Listen, there's a lot of stuff a lot of you are changing and doing, and you will start to collaborate with new people. That I see here, especially for those of you in business. Because the path that you're taking, you're meeting new people, you're discovering new stuff, you're discovering new paths and things like that. And it mostly feels like on a social level. Others of you, if this is a love person, you needed to get rid of them before you have them. All right, what is Death, Three of Wands, and the Page of the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what's going on here for you. The Eight of Wands in reverse. See, with this person that you had an ending here, with the Eight of Wands in reverse, it's telling me there's a lack of communication going back and forth. But you also had like the Three of... God, that's like such a big heart. This Three of Swords in cross. Which kind of tells me, okay, yeah, you're in pain, you're hurting, but you're also healing. You're definitely transmuting that energy quite quickly, faster than you probably can see. Ace of Swords. Clarify this for Pisces. The King of Cups. Yeah, you're definitely having some honest communication here with somebody who's also emotionally mature, right? Here's this person that's telling you the truth about things. And this person is coming along for you, and you're finally able to end a cycle, end a chapter, and begin a new one for sure. I get that you're not fully healed, but that healing is on its way. I promise you. So let's go ahead and see what the confusion is talking about. Oh, it's about some ending and death, what to do with it possibly and potentially. This could be about separation and divorce. But let's go ahead and see. What is the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Wands, please? The Hangman. This is your card. This is a Pisces card. You're getting stuck. But you're also trying to see it from another point of view. The reason you're getting stuck is because you're confused. If you should move forward with this or that, this person, that person, something here. I think you're sending out feelers, though. You're sending out like text messages or emails and things like that. Maybe it feels like spaghetti up against the wall kind of vibe. Because you're torn and you don't know what to do. And you're like, let me figure out this shit, what I'm going to do, right? Because it's like also thinking to yourself, well, what should I sacrifice? What can I live with? What can I live without? Because it kind of feels like that nature. There's a lot of swords, meaning you're in your head and you're thinking about, you know, the plants in your garden with the dead leaves. And you know the tree and the plants won't thrive until you cut off the dead leaves. You know this. So now you're debating which ones to cut off and which ones to fix. If that kind of makes sense. Maybe it's the worst analogy in the world, but you get my point. All right. The High Priestess and the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Cups came out again. That's the feelers I was talking about. You should do that. You should send a text message, an email, an owl signal. I don't know what you're going to... Smoke signals. Do it. All right. Using your intuition, learning from this situation, protecting yourself and your boundaries. Here they are. Don't cross them. It's kept you safe all this time. It will continue to do so when you show people your boundaries. Be like, no, this is it. This is the line. You're not allowed to cross it. So do protect yourself in that regard. All right. Let's see what the Two of Cups is doing here. Fantastic Two of Cups. The partnership. The Emperor in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. That's an Aries energy. Maybe you broke up with one. Others of you, it doesn't have to be an Aries. It could just be somebody that is of authority, like a CEO, like a boss, somebody that's important. Can even be a parent, a boss. You're debating if you should move past this person that you've kind of like might have ended things, which is right there. Because you're confused. What should you do? Because now you're getting into a burden because guess what? You're meeting new people, but you're supposed to. You're supposed to meet new energy. You're supposed to change. You're supposed to evolve. You're supposed to meet the new people so the new people could show you new stuff that you've never seen before so you can have new experiences. Exciting experiences. Wonderful new challenges in life. All right? But I could be wrong. We will see next week. But before we do that, let's go see what's going on in the extended for some of you. The platform for extended has changed. There's single purchase and memberships only. Memberships is all the signs, all the readings of all the world to the very end. Just kidding. But no, it is. It's access to all the signs extended. And then there's the single one. We'll see if I bring back the monthlies for the water signs. But right now, Pisces, you're the only one I really do weekly, so trying to change that. Stay optimistic about your love life. Separation is here. Yes, obviously. Death is separation. And staying optimistic about your love life. You're pining over this, but the new is coming in. I promise you. Religious factors at the bottom of the deck, which tells me there's somebody here that's fundamentally different than you. But we'll see. For those of you who are here for the love sector, in the extended, we'll get into it. We'll see how your person feels about you, actions that they'll take towards you, and the like. All right, guys, let's head on over there. Everybody else, I will see you next week for the general reading.